Hello, Tatum here, and welcome to day 12 of my Summer Heat Challenge. Today's workout is a Summer Leg Lovin day. We're turning up the heat from June through July. This means that we are pushing a little harder. Today's layout will open up with large compound leg exercises with little to no rest. The heart rate will rise with each set. Hang in there, I am with you, and we can do this. We'll take the heart rate down with a circuit focused on the hips and inner thighs for hip and knee stability. To stay true to my summer heat, we will finish with a short burst of cardio and sweat. Now click play, follow me. Let's turn up the heat. Hello, welcome to day 12. I'm so excited to get started. We have a 40-minute workout for you, all lower body, and we're going to hit major muscles, compound exercises, moving into hips, glutes, adductors, and then we'll finish to get that heart rate up just a bit. So I think you're really gonna like this. We're gonna cover a lot in a short amount of time, so stick with me. Today I am using a small plate weight. You can use anything you have, a step. We're gonna be doing calf raises off of that. I have a 35-pound for goblets, a small ball or foam roller or soccer ball of some sort for adduction squeezing, a kettlebell, which you can use a dumbbell for. So my weights are 20, 25, 35, just to let you know. These are big muscle groups. If you don't have that kind of weight or you're just getting started, some of this will be body weight. It's all okay. We're gonna go ahead and warm up here. Let's go ahead and go with an RDL, just a little bit. Actually, let's just go ahead and do some good mornings and stretch out with our hands behind our heads, push our hips back and forward. Just a little small movement here, getting that neutral spine. Practice, maybe you look in the mirror, maybe you get your butt up against the wall and come up so you know that you're pushing back and forward here. We're gonna be going between snatches, to goblets. So we need to know that our bottom's gonna go back and our bottom's gonna drop to the ground. There's two different movements there. Give me 5 more here, nice and slow, flat back, keep that upper back. Everything's nice and neutral. You'll even have your natural arch in that lower back. Give me 2 more, 1 and 2. Now we'll go into this RDL. You can use the wall, which I kind of like to do for balance and touch, and come back up. And notice how my leg moves with my upper body, right? So it's not a hinge and then a leg lift today, all right? We're gonna flow together as one. You can touch down into kind of this single leg deadlift if you want and bend. Maybe you touch a chair, if you can have a chair or something nearby, a wall. Just work on balance here for me. Now, as we come back, I want us to bring the leg through and swing the knee. So out and in if you're there. If not, just keep practicing balance. You gotta draw in, squeeze the glute. And you'll notice mine is suffering today. Here we go. Last one, let's switch sides. Whew. Step it out. Good warm up, good work. And you can hinge and touch down here if you need to for balance. Put that kickstand there. You can even kick it back a little bit more. Offer some instability and balance here, but with a little bit of it, all right? You do you, modify, find your challenge. I even foam rolled, stretched, and I am just having trouble today with balance. So funny how that works. I felt like I got a good night's sleep too. That's it, you can swing that knee through if you're there. If not, just focus on touching down on something sturdy and getting stretched out there in that hamstring. Nice work. Let's open gate, knee up, swing out, back in. Swing out, back in. Again, you can put your hand on a wall, a chair, something that will help you here. And you can touch down each time. Lift, swing, lower. Up to you. We just want to open up a little bit, swing it. There you go, other side. I'm already sweating. You notice I have the sun visor on today. It's not going to be like day 11, okay? Woo! I looked like I had jumped in the pool. Oh, it was craziness. I loved it. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't change a thing. All right, let's come down to the floor. We have about a minute left. I'm gonna have you glute bridge. First, let's just do 5, pressing through both feet. So first squeeze each bottom, each butt cheek here, and then just squeeze and press up. Even thinking about squeezing the inner thighs as we do this. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the inner thighs, top of your thighs as well, and just really reach through. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good, let's go to a single now to make sure that you really have each one engaged. And this also kind of stretches out the hip here. So one leg here, I've got my right leg, left ankle over right knee, press through. Good. Again, making sure that you squeeze that bottom, which I wasn't doing before you lift, okay? Get it there. Nice work. Give me one more. All right, switch legs, same thing. Here we go. 1, squeeze and lift. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice work. We're gonna go ahead and grab some weight and get going now. I'm gonna go with my 20s. Use light weight until you get this movement, okay? You have to be able to keep a neutral spine, pushing your hips back. You're gonna zip your thumb up the center here, elbow high, and get it overhead, okay? So we're gonna do right, left. Let's start with that right. I'm gonna stay forward here so you can see this, and then you can bring it on down. If you're using a heavier weight, and maybe coming down with this hurts the shoulder or whatever, you can grab it and help yourself. But we're just gonna hang here and bring it up overhead. We want a nice neutral spine on this for sure. So use lighter weight until you get that. That means I don't wanna see this tuck here. We have to have a little bit of an arch and come up overhead. Left side going now. Same thing, 30 seconds each side. Most of these intervals are about a minute long. That'll let us transition because we're not taking rest. If you need rest, by all means take it. Take 10 seconds, take 15 seconds. Watch me learn and then go. It's fine. Some of us don't need the interval of rest, okay? We can keep moving for now. 3, 2, and 1. Rest, good. Goblet squats. Here we go. Holding that weight close to the body. Feet about shoulder width apart. Knees over ankles. Weight on the entire foot. That means you feel it on the balls of your feet and the heels. A lot of times we rock up on our toes, or we really sit back on those heels and our toes rock up. So make sure you're putting pressure across the entire foot. Good. 45 seconds on this one, I believe, simply because we're not switching sides or anything of the sort. We're just squatting it out. So if you can, for a little added oomph, don't pause at the top. As soon as you get up there, come right back down to that squat with good control. 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna take my kettlebell on this swing. I'll demonstrate how to do it with a dumbbell. Here we go, work with me. If you have a dumbbell, you're gonna stay with one side, swinging right here for 30 seconds. If you feel good about catching it in the air and switching, you can do a switch, but be careful. I don't want anyone ruining their floors at home. With my kettlebell, it's a little easier to do an alternating catch here at the top, just switching my hands on and off. Again, stay with one side if you don't want to switch. And now, and I'll tell you, this is the halfway point, so you'll want to switch that left arm. So if you were doing the right arm, it's left all the way. On this, if you're not switching, even if you're switching, we want to stay squared off. Oftentimes I see this dip, this turn. We want to keep squared here, just like you would if you had two hands on. I wouldn't be dipping one side, right? Same thing, even though I'm removing this arm, stay squared off. All right, we got it. 3, 2, and 1, rest. Alternating lunge with a weight overhead. One arm overhead. Here we go, we're gonna alternate. You can walk. If you have space there, feel free to walk it out. And I might as well, because I don't think I did the other day, and I really do love to move forward. Keep it in that same arm, halfway, we'll switch to the other side. Now, if you have any shoulder pain while doing this, or the weight is out in front, you can't get the weight up over the shoulder, I want you to take it down to your shoulder here. Okay, let's switch sides. Other arm in the air. Now, if you bring it down here, and it's still a problem, maybe you just go here. It's still gonna tug on you as you lunge. You're still gonna feel that tug on the core, which is really great. You're just gonna take the shoulder out. All right, nice work. Keep moving for me. It's gonna get hot in here. Whew. Summer heat indeed. 3, 2, and 1, rest. I think we've got it. Calves. Now, if you don't have something to put your toes up on, just calf raise with me here. If you do, go ahead. I like my piece of equipment to be a little bit lower so that I can actually stick it with weight. If I use my stepper, which you could use, or a step, it might be too hard to balance. I know it will be very hard to balance. So go ahead, hold on to a wall, and go body weight if you want to drop those heels. I love dropping the heels a bit. I would like a little bit more here, but this allows me to get both and a little added weight. Body weight is just fine. If you don't do calf raises, I would definitely suggest body weight at first. You'll feel that in your feet and into your calves. Don't strain it. All right, so I told you, like before, I'm gonna try this bigger weight. Right, left, snatches here. We're just gonna keep moving for 2 rounds. We'll have some rest. Here we go, booty back, neutral, back, up overhead, all right? Zip it up, keep that elbow high. Push those hips, thrust them forward. You got it. All the way up to the top. We're gonna switch sides soon. That's it. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Other side. Here we go. Might feel a little awkward on that other side. That's okay. Do your best. We're trying to engage all these muscles together, kind of make them work together to bring this weight overhead. Takes practice. Start light. Make sure you can get the movement first. So bottom back. We're gonna push it forward. Bring that elbow high, weight close to the body. 3, 2, and 1. Great job, goblet, keeping the weight. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Right into it. You don't even have to wait for me to count you down. Your heart rate might be elevating. Remember, take 15 seconds to take a break. This is a minute long. Well, this one's 45, but even if you take 10 to 15, you're gonna have 30 seconds. So go ahead. Maybe you work just a few reps and take a break. Do the best you can. You can pause once you know these exercises, or keep them playing. Work at your own pace. We're doing 3 sets, maybe you do 2. You go by reps, you offer yourself a little rest. It's all good. 3, 2, and 1. All right, alternating swing here. Or stay with one arm. And if you're doing one arm, just right here, stay squared off. Well, either way, stay squared off, even when you're switching here. And make sure that this isn't too heavy. All right, it's gonna be less than if both arms were on that kettlebell. Don't drop a shoulder, stay squared. Push the bottom back, squeeze. Start light. Make sure you can draw that stomach in through this movement, that you can find your bracing mechanism there. All right, great job. Oh, I'm sorry. We're still swinging. You're gonna switch that left arm. Switch. If you stayed with one, I know not everybody feels comfortable. When I use a dumbbell, I have to actually let go of it to catch it with my kettlebell. I have space to just grab it, make sure both hands are on, and release one hand. Feels a little safer. So it's okay to stay with that one arm today. Squeeze, push those hips forward, squeeze. 3, 2, and 1. All right, arm overhead, or at the shoulder, or down at the floor. You have to do what you can do, okay? Don't work through pain, real pain. There's a difference between tired muscles and real pain. Know the difference, don't work through the other, just modify. Doesn't make the workout any less. Still a good workout for you. It's a safer workout. You're still doing it. 3, 2, and 1. We gotta switch arms. But keep working, keep moving for me. Again, if you don't have a lot of space to move, simply step forward and back with that weight there. I might get a few more in if I do this, so I think I'm gonna switch over just because my space isn't very big. If you have a basement there, you might be able to walk it out and get quite a few in. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Grab your weights for your, or if you want to, or body weight. Body weight is just as good on these calves. Here we go, we're sticking it on these, okay? So come up, stick, come back down. I count, this is how I count to myself. 1, 2, I told a client this the other day, I don't know, it wasn't the other day, it was probably a couple weeks ago, and she was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense, thank you. Because she's like, I can't count to 2 and do all this. I was like, no, count this way. 1, 2, and then up again. 2, 2. All right, sticking it and holding it. 3, 2 for that second count. And then if you're counting your reps, 4, 2, which we don't really have to do today, but you can go up and increase and keep track. There we go. 3, 2, and 1. Wow, is it not hot? All right. Snatch up overhead again. All right. 1, pick a side. Let's go for it. Do your best. Good. Keep that weight close to the body. Even if you're starting with a light weight to get the form, work at form. I know that if you have a light weight, you can take that arm out there because it's light enough, but you don't want to get in the habit of that, because if you have a heavy weight, you're not going to be able to do that without injuring a shoulder there. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Left side, here we go. We're down. Bring it up overhead. Woo. 1, 2. I don't know why I'm counting. I like to count. Good job. Now, again, I didn't say we're not resting. You can pause and rest, pause and rest. You can also get through these 5 exercises and give yourself a rest and water break. There you go, rest, not rest. I'm kidding. Here we go, squats. Up and down. That's it. Good old goblet. Make sure those knees aren't here, okay? Push them out. I think about being on the outsides of my feet just a bit. Not that I'm rolling them. You want to feel pressure. You want to feel the floor over your entire foot. Now, a squat, you want that chest up. All right, make sure you're not collapsing forward or rounding or pushing the bottom way back. We're up, down here on this one. Good, squeeze the top of your thighs. Feel the work being done there. 3, 2, and 1. Swings for me. Find that way. Alternating or stay with one side. Here we go. 30 seconds each side or 1 minute of alternating. It's your call. Good. Keep that weight close to the body. I get a lot of reaching it close to the floor. I want you to pop it right under your body. And we're just going about face to the face height here, not too high. Switch arms if you did the right or left arm only. Switch sides. Good. I almost need something for the sweat on my hands here. This is getting loosey-goosey. Woo, slippery. There we go. 15 seconds to go, everyone. You got this. Squeeze those glutes. Draw that stomach in. Find your little girdle across also. Hard to talk and do this, sorry. We gotta keep going. 3, 2, and 1, lovely. All right, alternating forward lunge instead of a single. Weight overhead. I'm gonna stay in place because I think I can get some more lunges in versus traveling, but you can travel. Woo, that's it. Good job. Make sure that you can get that weight right up over that shoulder. If not, don't sacrifice any pain in that shoulder or injury. Bring it down here. Hold it on the shoulder. That might feel better. Bring it even lower. There we go. Switch arms. Here we go. Keep alternating that lunge. Good. If we're at all unstable through our midsection here, we're gonna feel it. Well, we can also be unstable around our shoulder blade as well, which would cause this arm to move around. So start with light weight. If you have trouble stabilizing overhead or your lunges and knees, start lighter and work on that first. 3, 2, and 1. You're awesome. Calf raises, everyone. We're gonna stick them. Last one, and we're gonna get a minute's break. We're gonna take a good sip of water, and we're headed to the floor. We'll work on some floor exercises. Heart rate will come down, but we will feel a burn. And then we'll move up into raising that heart rate again. That's the way I like to finish. That's the way we'll finish today. There we go. 20 seconds of work to go. Please stick it, don't rush it. Try to find your balance there. How do we find our balance again? Tighten up your core, roll in, and up with that belly button. Okay. Woo. You got it. 5 seconds here, and we get a break. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. All right, put those weights down. We really don't need any weights anymore. So I'm gonna clean up my mess just a bit. We're gonna head to the floor. Now I do wanna use my ball. I should have told you to grab, maybe I did. A foam roller will work, soccer ball, anything you have to squeeze. If you don't have something, it's okay. Go through the movement with me, okay? It's all right, grab a sip of water. I like this little ball. It's just one, I bought it at the store. It didn't cost me much. I believe you can get a Pilates ball online. Go to Amazon, pick one out. Don't be too picky about it. There's good work on the adductors. You can even use, actually, you might be able to use one of your exercise balls, but actually not on this one. It's just too big, so you need something small. I like a good soft foam roller as well, but we're not gonna use it right away. We're gonna start with a kneeling kickback. I want you to come down on your hands and knees, all right? I want you to find that neutral spine. So you should have a natural arch there. You're gonna draw the stomach, the navel in and up without changing that neutral spine, and we're just gonna kick up. And when we do this, I want you to squeeze that cheek really hard as we kick up behind here. We press up. That's it. Squeeze. All right, switch sides, okay? We're gonna go to the left side. Up, kick. That's it. Lift up. I think about lifting. We're not really kicking out. Kicking out would be here. More of a lift here. Squeezing. You're gonna feel that other bottom of that other hip working because it just stabilized through that exercise, but really focus on squeezing the one that you're lifting with. Get it engaged. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Right. Fire hydrant. Right here. Out to the side. Make sure that foot follows the knee. What does that mean? That we don't lead with the knee and leave the foot behind dangling here. Bring it all up into like a tabletop. So when you get up here, I should be able to put a glass of water on that knee and leg and have it stay. Sure, Tatum. But try to get there. Look at a mirror. Watch yourself. See if it's there. Nice and controlled. Both directions. 3, 2, and 1. Switch to the other side. Here we go. We're not resting. I will give us a stretching rest here after we get through this circuit. Keep working here. That's it. Don't swing. All right, I want you to like try to swing it up there. Even if you don't lift very high, I would rather you go. Don't force it. Just go the height that you can do with what you have, with control. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. We're gonna bring that knee up in that fire hydrant again, but we're gonna kick back and we're gonna bring it in. And we're gonna keep that knee high into that tabletop position. I've got my hands staggered a bit so that I can get turned here to get that leg back. If you can see that. Woo! That's it. Press out. Good control. Try not to drop the knee down, okay? Oh, I shouldn't have done that because now I can't get it back up. All right, other side. I'm not gonna turn around. You can see my back. I'm sorry. You can still hear me. Kick, keep that knee up. Don't let it droop, drop. There you go. It's tough, I know. Hang in there. I will give us a break, and we're gonna switch to our backs here soon. We're gonna work a little glute adduction. We're gonna go inner thigh. So we'll get a little break. It's still gonna be tough, but that's it. Come on. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Bulldog. I guess we're not going on our back yet. You're gonna take what you have between your knees. If you don't have it, that's fine. Find a little hover here, knees just a little tabletop position, but the knees are just above the floor. I'm gonna find my neutral spine here because I was starting to tuck. Neutral spine, I'm gonna squeeze my thighs against this ball as hard as I can, as hard as I possibly can. Keeping those shoulders above my wrists, knees hovering. Squeeze and hold and breathe. Work the insides of those legs. The quads are on fire too here. Yes, you've got it. Don't let go. You could just go through. You could hold that ball without really squeezing, but I want a good isometric squeeze here. Just want you to hold it. It's a long hold. We got it. 10 seconds, okay? This is a good core work. That's why we're holding for a long time. Not only are we going with adductors here, but we got our abs working. Woo! There you go. Put the ball away. Lay down on your back. Find a butterfly position with those feet and legs. We're gonna glute bridge, and when we glute bridge, oh, not a good day to put a clip in the hair. We're gonna lift and squeeze together. Back down, okay? So talk about a true butterfly, because we're actually flying here. Our wings are moving. Oh goodness, we're down. So I want you to first squeeze your bottom, then lift those hips, and as you do, think about squeezing the inner thighs, trying to close those legs in together like a book, but don't go all the way. Don't go all, you're not, maybe some of you can go all the way, but don't think about going all the way, but at least getting that good squeeze. You should start to feel the engagement in the inner thighs, and when you get there, just give it a little pause, back down. Now make sure you squeeze your glutes, then squeeze inner thighs in together. Good. Notice how slow I'm going. I'm really trying to think about engaging these muscles. So bottom, inner thighs here, adductors and glutes. Here you go. All right, I have 30 seconds here of rest. Not much. So what I'm gonna have you do is just come into child's pose, kind of sit back, and let those hips go a bit, push back. We have one more round of this, so if you can hang in there, I know. We're working legs hard today, lower body. All right, here we go. Squeeze and lift here. Squeeze that bottom and then lift. For me, my hamstrings always want to do a lot of work, so I've really got to slow down, shake that hamstring out, and squeeze that bottom to get it to fire. There we go. Up, down, good and controlled. Again, don't swing. We're trying to strengthen here. We need good controlled motions. All right, switch your legs. Same thing, switch. Good. That's it. Now this one doesn't want to go. I got to squeeze a little bit. Woo! There we go. Good work, good work. Keep those shoulders over. Make sure you're still thinking about your abs, your core as well, your trunk, kind of drawing that stomach in. You're keeping tight. You don't want to be loose and kind of swaying and moving and swinging through the body. Stay squared off here. Stay in that tabletop. All right, here we go. Fire hydrant, right? Out to the side. You know why it's fire hydrant. Lift out. Make sure that foot and ankle follow that knee, that it's right there level with the knee as much as you can get it. Don't worry about your height too much. Go as far as you can. If that's only here, because that's what you have today, hey, if it's working and challenging you, we're making progress. Stay there. We'll work on it. 3, 2, and 1. Other side. Here we go. Switch. There you go. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you return to the floor with that knee. Let that foot follow. Woo! Good work, good work. Don't worry, we're bringing the heart rate down. We just worked heavy and hard for 3 rounds with no rest. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. We're gonna push it back. Bring that knee out like a fire hydrant like we just did. Now just kick it back and bring it back. Keep it level. Stagger your hands if you want, so you can get a little turn here, so you can keep that leg up as you push back. So we worked really hard. So here we're letting that heart rate come down, isolating our movements into our hips or inner thighs. And then I'll do a quick little blast. It's not very long, just to kind of get us moving again. Heart rate up. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Oh goodness, here we go, other side. You got it. Breathe through this. I know, it burns. As long as there's no real pain, keep trying to stick with it. Just pace yourself. You can do this. Keep telling yourself, I can do this. It's short. It's short. The pain goes right away. Not the pain, not the pain. It's not real pain, the burn. Hopefully you don't have any pain. If you do, stop what you're doing. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Grab a ball if you can. or a foam roller to squeeze. If you don't, just follow me into this great old plank here, the little tabletop plank, knees hovering, shoulders over wrists. We're squeezing that ball if you have it, or a foam roller, putting good pressure against it, and we're holding. I want you to draw the stomach towards the spine. Find your neutral spine. All right, I shouldn't see the back start to round at all. I really want you to squeeze. Feel the thighs working. Also a good core muscle here with the rectus femoris, so good core there, inner thigh. We have that stomach engaged. Oh, that's it. And I sometimes forget. I sometimes let my stomach go and I relax it and I think about these other muscles, but I want you to keep drawing in and up, staying there. Oh, 5 seconds, you've done it. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All right, last one. On your back, feet together. We're gonna fly like butterflies. Squeeze your bottom and then lift and close as much as you can, not all the way. Thinking about hugging those inner thighs, all right? Activate. First, squeeze your bottom, lift up, kind of tuck and lift, and squeeze. Feel it as you tuck and lift, squeeze. Really squeeze the glutes too. That's it. Feel those muscles. Feel the bottom engage, both sides, hopefully. You want to feel both sides. And then draw in here, good. That's it. All right, keep it coming. Three, 2, and 1. Woo, nice work. We have a minute's rest, just enough time to grab a sip of water, towel off, and then we'll get going with a little blast here. I think it's about 6 minutes, maybe a little less. I don't remember, but we're gonna start at a minute, jumping jacks. We're gonna go into lazy burpees, which means we won't come all the way to the top. We're gonna go into a snap jump. You can walk that out. We're gonna go into mountain climbers, outside knee, and then we'll do some jump squats and work back up, and that's it. Just a quick blast, something to kind of just move all these muscles together now after we've been through all this. Elevate that heart rate one more time. All right, so day 13 is going to be back and biceps, I believe. We're gonna focus on that a bit, so get ready for that. I'm excited. I'll add some cardio probably just to help out for those of you who are trying to also burn up the calories. Here we go, 1 minute jumping jacks, all the way overhead, right here. That's it, 1 minute, you got it. We will end with jumping jacks as well. Minute jumping jacks too, so just work with it. We are halfway here, team. You're doing great. Kind of hard now. Even the jumping jacks feel like work. Usually these feel fairly easy. I'm like, whew, if you need to, bring it down to a tap. Get your steps, keep moving. My goodness. Woo, 15 seconds. Maybe you move all around to your music and have some fun. You can go forward and back. Keep it interesting over there. 3, 2, and 1. Lazy burpees. All right, so here's your option. You either walk it out, walk it in, step it out, step it in, and you can even come up to this, all right? So what we're gonna do for the lazy burpee is just hop in, hop out. Hop in, and you can even come up to here if that feels good, and out. We did something like this with curls earlier. These are what I call lazy, because we're not going to the top, but they're nothing. They're not anywhere close to being lazy, are they? They're tough. So walk in, maybe you come to a low squat, or maybe you want to stand up out of it because it feels good. Come back down, you do you. Figure it out, you're still moving. I'm proud of you, you're here. 3, 2, and 1. All right, mountain climbers, we're gonna go to that right elbow. So we're gonna bring both knees, right knee, left knee hits the right elbow, okay? 1, 2, just like this. You can go slow, angling it over to that right elbow. We'll get to the left when we come back to this. Right now, we're gonna run it outside to that right one. That's it, good. Shoulders over wrist. Draw that stomach in. 3, 2, and 1. All right, jump squats, here we go. Up, down, just 15 seconds. 8 seconds to go now. We're not gonna repeat this one. We're gonna go back to those mountain climbers, to the left elbow. All right, here we go, left side now. Left elbow, outside that elbow. So there's a good little twist or turn here in my body. And you can walk it, you can run it a little, up to you. You do you, modify, find your challenge there. Good. Breathe, you got it. 3, 2, and 1. All right, burpee, just a lazy burpee. Yeah, whatever, Tatum. Nothing lazy about this. Here we go. And out, in, and out. If you want, come to this point, stand if you want, step it in, step it out. Hold a high plank here if that's where you need to be. Maybe this is too much. Hold a high plank. Hold. You're still working core for me. It's great. You're making change. Good, come on. We should be about there. This is a long 45 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Sweat is coming again. After it's stopped, we've done our job. 1 minute here. Jumpy jacks, we're almost in the home stretch. You can see the finish line. See the checkered flag. Oh, maybe there are balloons. The crowds are cheering. No, you got it. Come on, get those arms all the way up. Not here, not here, not this. I don't know what that is. This is jumpy jack. Give me a clap, come on. All the way to the top. Even if you're stepping, arms all the way up and over. Good. 20 seconds of work. And we're gonna bring it down into a stretch. This is a 40-minute workout. A tough 40 minutes. Good blast here to fit into your day on that lower half. 7 seconds. 5, come on. 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right, grab a sip of water. We'll cool down. I only have 4 minutes of stretching here, so we're gonna go into it after we get our breath under control. Grab a sip of water. All right. Whew. Let's breathe in through our nose, out through our mouth. Good. In and out. Now, I wrote this first part to keep moving with the weight. If you're just getting started, that might have been too much, okay? If it is, I will make note. Always check my notes. I say that. I really try to offer up modifications in there. Read them, check them out, learn as you go. I know you just want to follow along, and I'm glad. I'm happy to be here for you to follow along, but also learn. That way you can make these, you can modify as needed and make them doable for you, and you can progress. You can start out and progress through. All right, let's go ahead and grab that right ankle. Actually, I'd rather do this. Well, we'll start up. Heart rate's still high. Let's start up. It's hot. Knee in. If you want to balance, I just want to make sure that you're tall, that you're not leaning forward, that the knee's not out here, that you have it close to the body. Get a stretch there through the quads. Breathe. Great job. Switch. So on this one, say you have weights. I know that most of us probably have a lighter set of weights, so moving is kind of nice. You get a little bit of conditioning in as well with that heart rate and some strength. Some of us are just doing body weight type movements as well. That's fine. So you're there already. Some of us have some good weight, and maybe we're ready to push a little bit. So, you know, the snatches that we did, let's go ahead and bring that back foot down, bend a little bit in that forward leg, keep the heel down, stretch into the calf there. We could take that snatch out, just really work that, maybe even the kettle, no, I wouldn't, just the snatch. Work through that with lots of rest, working some heavier weight if you're there, if you have form, okay? And then you could move into the others, and you could go by reps, and you could rest a little bit, and you could really push weight. So when I want to push weight, I typically, let's go ahead and come down to the floor here for me. Tuck that back tailbone, or the tailbone, tuck the hips, squeeze that right glute, press forward so you feel stretched down the hip flexors into the front leg there. Just lean forward a bit. Don't arch and give into it. I want you to lean forward, tucked. So you could do that. If you're gonna work some heavy weight, you might want a little more rest if you're not there with your cardiovascular, okay? So if your cardio is not there, then you just need to probably rest a little bit more, especially when we're using heavy weight, and that's fine. I like to do that too, so maybe I always say, maybe I'll change these and we'll do that. Let's go ahead and come up. We're gonna do that left leg back, heel down, push into the right leg here, keeping this heel down, getting into the calves. We're running short on time here. I want to keep it around 40 minutes. This doesn't mean you should be done. You should do some stretching throughout the day or another time if you need to, or stay here. Let's go ahead and kneel, tuck the tailbone again, squeeze, push forward, feel that stretch. Come up and reach over and back if you want. Anyways, check my notes out. I'll write a different way that you can take this down. Do it slower if you have heavier weight there and you're ready to move up. Because if the cardio gets the best of us, if we're not quite there, we're not going to be able to lift like we want. But most of us may be past the weights that we have at home, so it's okay to push this way. At least I believe that. And then if you're going to the gym and you have access to weights, or you do have heavier weights, then you could program this a little differently. All right, that's it for today. I won't keep me. Good job. Thank you so much. We're gonna come back to day 13, which will be back and biceps, and 14, I named them a little different. 14, I believe we're gonna do chest, shoulder, triceps, and we haven't done something like this kind of split in a long time. Is that something I typically do on a regular basis? But every once in a while, I like to break it down, especially if you're in a hurry, it kind of helps. So we'll get there. That's it. I'll talk all day. I'm gonna let you go, and I'll see you back here on day 13. Have a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye-bye.